group leaders have some conversation with me. When you are doing. Okay. Take a lazy name. It's very easy. Online people, you all there, right? Can you all can you hear me? Online.
Morning, you can.
I know one thing you are happy with what? You are happy with? Deadline, no? Happy with the deadline. Right? Deadline thing okay. Why that is nothing. You are googling that. You all know the groups. And only that they dictate those. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, you all don't have a copy. Anybody on a phone again? Read loud. So how is the life? Very nice. So who are available of the How is the life? Good. And there is the audit now. We discuss. Good. How is that? Maybe. Quite yet, now. How did how I feel? Yeah. Are you? It's a group assignment. Usually 30 marks, no. Papi may group assignment. May 30 marks means all the members in the group. 10. All the members in the group will get 30. Group assignment. 30 marks. 10 people. So then all 10 will get 30. No. That can't be so. Some people will get 30 out of 30. Maybe 16 circumstances. 28. Some people will get 18, 15. Then you cannot ask, I am in the same group. That person got 28, I only got 15. You can't ask like that. There cannot be passengers. There are many ways that I can understand who are the passengers. So when you are submitting the assignment, I will discuss with all the 10 people of the group. Then I know who has done the work, who has not done the work. So based on that only we allocate the work. Fair enough, right? Maybe. Okay, anyway. Newcomer. You say haircut and all teaching. That's why. So I thought you have to take out. You are ready with the assignment, huh? Lovely, three.
Group assignment details.
Okay.
Cedric and Company PLC is a listed company registered in Sri Lanka under the Companies Act number 7 2007. Company started its business operation in 2012, where the registered office is at number 40, Baseline Road, Colombo 5. As per the articles of the company, main business operation is manufacturing footwear and selling in the local market. The company has its main manufacturing plant at
Balahandu. First time you are here. Very beautiful. Anybody knows Balahandu? Gold district. Far away. About another 60. You know? Another 60 odd kilometers. Very beautiful. Like no area. Serious. But it fell again already. Yeah, man.
my voice order.
Sorry. I just withdraw the statement.
Galle district with approximately 2,500 laborers working at the premises. In addition, there are machines worth 395 million as at the balance sheet date, 31st March 2025, available at the premises. Company has its own vehicle fleet in the operations with the value of 455 million, while there are some vehicles in the in the category of the lorries, which were hired in the third party for the use of operational activities. Recently, in the year 2021, company opened its second factory at Colombo.
That also you don't know. Close by, you know. Foreigner. That's also very beautiful area.
Foreigner district with approximately 500 laborers working at the moment. Vehicles and machinery worth 220 million and 140 million were counted at the premises respectively, as per the financial statement ending 31st March 2025. The company's head office deploys around 300 administrative staff members who function currently mainly comprised of finance, HR, administration, sales and marketing and procurement. Company has also established legal as well as internal audit departments at head office. So the company is a PLC. Most of the shareholding power is centered with few people who have family members of the owners. Company is preparing its financial statements for the period of 1st of April to 31st March every year, and reputed audit firm David and Company conducts the financial statements audit annually. David Company has been reappointed as external auditors for the year 2024-25, as well as making them the auditors conduct the financial statement audit for the 6th year consecutive. Company has 6 members, board comprised of 2 executive directors and 4 non-executive directors, while 2 directors out of 4 are independent and non-executive directors. Professionally qualified chartered accountants who act in the capacity of independent non-executive directors serve as a chairperson of the audit committee. In addition, company has established an integrated risk management committee as the board subcommittee as well. Below are some recent developments as per available information at the company registered office. Company has started manufacturing and selling baby toys since 2023. Company has started exporting gents footwear since 2024. Company has EPR system in 2023. Company is planning to establish a branch in Maldives in 2027. Company is planning to acquire its main raw material supplier in 2027. Company is planning to merge with the competitor in 2027. As per the extraction of the latest available financial statements of the company, profits for the year of 280 million was recorded as of the end of 31st March 2025. Below is the related financial information made available. Net asset recorded as 1,800 million. Total current asset recorded as 650 million. Total value of the inventory is recorded as 480 million. Total trade debtors recorded as 140 million. Total intangible assets is recorded as 180 million. Liquidity ratio recorded as 1:1. Gearing ratio recorded as 104%. Debtors collection period is 48 days. Stock residence period is 26 days. You represent the Davies and Company audit team who are about to start financial statements for the audit for the period ending 31st March 2025. Prepare a management report covering the entire scope of the interim financial statements for the supervisor's review, covering minimum the below discussion of the key aspects to be considered prior to the accepting this audit, extraction of the key areas of the audit plan, extraction of the audit program highlighting the key areas expected to be covered, discussion of the guidelines to gather audit evidence including financial statement assertions, discuss on the suitable audit approach, discussion on the setting of materiality levels, discussion of the key audit risk areas, discussion of the resource utilization including the team mobilizations, discussion on determining the audit fee. All members of the group should actively participate in this assignment and one member to be nominated as a group leader.
Thank you. Online people, sorry, what we are doing, we just want to go through the assignment. You all supposed also to do the same, right? So that's what we did. Now, okay, so it's about a manufacturing company, right? Manufacturing footwear, simple structure, right? Now, what you are supposed to do, first we'll see that. It's a report of definitely yes. When we use this term management report, without saying report, when we say management report, not my subject, any subject, be careful. I mean, to say like, there are things when you are submitting report that, the format and, language that you use, including very basic English like grammar, it's a management report, so you have to take someone serious, please. You guys very good, I know, but I will tell this. It's a management report. This term management consciously used by lecturers and people who are doing this assignment setting. There's a purpose. Otherwise, it's a report. But this is a management report. So please take it, I must say seriously. Okay, so you guys, 10 people, represent this David and company. They are the auditors of this Cedric and company. For a consecutive, I think 6 years, that's what I mentioned. You all want to start the audit. Now, when you want to start the audit, there are things that we have already discussed in the classroom. You all have very good knowledge. So things like aspects to be considered before you accept. We have already discussed. And what about the audit plan? That also we have discussed. I want only the extraction. No need this is our audit plan. Then it will along will be how many words? 5,000 minimum. One A4 sheet. Can it be 12? How many words? You must have like this. Size new Roman 12 font size, one A4 sheet. How many words? Average 300 words. Itu sih very game dah juga. Apa dah tema? Bit malam apa yang bersedia? All can do, many more than that, but don't count words. I hate this assignment carries number of words, but I have to give because they have format. No? When it's assignment, you have to give the words. By some other assignment, if you happen to see some other, this one, no words, number of words. Even one sheet, you will get 30 out of that. Yes. Otherwise, people, because they want to have number of words, unnecessary things done. How we will know? Then when we are reading the assignment, what is this assignment? But anyway, here, 12 to 15 pages will make. Don't worry. Not Lanka. No, extraction only in the plan. Otherwise, plan alone will be like 30, 40 pages. No, extraction. We will discuss, don't worry. Leaders, always you can call me. That's it. Audit program. They are not. Audit program means the document which carries in detail audit procedures. We discussed already. Audit procedures. How do you verify land and building of Centric company? They have lorries. They have motor vehicles. Do you want to verify? Of course. Because they are in the balance sheet. It's about the audit program. How you are going to get the audit evidences? I don't know. You all have to decide. Discuss with people. Go through board meetings. I mean, there are things that the things that are going to happen. See, there are things already happened. ERP, my God, we got. Okay. Appear to be very, very simple assignment. How can I say? I'm expecting, a very good report from you, like a real auditor.
Hello, sir.
Huh?
You share the screen if we visible. We can't visible. If you share.
Screen. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay. Now you're okay.
Now okay, sir.
Okay. Sorry. All these times. And appreciate very much you, KV. Appreciate very much. Yeah, others, you all must appreciate KV. Well, that only that fellow there. Can't see. Okay, by the way. Discussion on the suitable audit approach. What are the approaches we already discussed, right? Risk-based approach. Balance sheet approach. What else? Only those two. No. We discussed that. After this, I will discuss about the paper. Paper hadagen and already if you want, I can give. Oh, send me your postal address. I will go. Setting materiality. That also we already discussed. Nothing is there. We haven't discussed. Otherwise, unreasonable. Key risk areas. Utilization of resources. Determining the audit fee. Everything is there. So I personally love this assignment. Everything is there. Would you not? You must feel safe, right? Now, 30 marks. 30 means 100. We want to weightage 30. So you have to work as to get 100 marks, please. So people who have already gone through, what you don't understand, can I know? First. What you don't know, the areas, what to do, how to do, what does this mean? If you want time, we will do this exercise next week, but only in 30% you have to submit. I was convinced CA people how they will give until 30%. Then they said, okay. So you have a time, ample time. Good luck. 3 weeks. So if you want time, we can discuss next week. But only thing, you will lose this 5 to 6 days. Do some work on this. Or otherwise, now. Only thing is what I want. Centric. Centric. It's a manufacturing. Think twice. When you are doing audit in manufacturing, life is with a task. Number one. Never take a print out of this, and I want these things you discuss. Is it a private limited or a PLC? PLC. Again, tough. There are shareholders, public. Then I hope this is the same way you are doing examination. Some of these questions you are getting. Footwear manufacture sell. Two things they do. Not now, but when you are doing this. Two things at a time. Main plant at Gold District far away. I have a reason to give one. Not that I like that area, but I have a reason. I hope you know the reason. Do you want to go there or no? As auditors? Yes. Yes. Definitely you must go. That is their plant. Yeah. The engine. Manufacturing is happening there. How can I say that plant you definitely must take a visit? Kodak auditors are in the things far away. No need. The goal is never. Yeah, I don't know battery. Okay, so I want you people like exactly you did this job, right? Real life reporting again. 2,500 laborers, small, big, very big. Small, big, or very big. Not maybe very big, but big, not small. So take it seriously, please. Machineries, 395 million. Then when you say 395 million, with what you must compare? 395 million Nilakkama, with what you must compare this assignment? There's another figure that you have to compare. I have given 395 million should be compared with another figure. What is that? Then only you must say, my God. Material. Otherwise, you can ignore. What's the figure the other one? It's there in the assignment. Mati. There are people who are working in audit firms now. You must know. Individual asset values you must compare with what? Either total asset or net asset. Then you determine whether it's material or not. Well, yeah, assignment again. In your assignment, you have to say, we have treated this as material because it is 33% or whatever percent out of this one. I won't like report us seriously. Otherwise, you will get 3 out of that. Then all 10 will give 3. That's okay. Then company has its own vehicle plus hire. When you are hiring all this, things can go under the carpet. When you are hiring lawyers, far away, like a remote. Board taking the Colombo, CFO Colombo, auditor Colombo. People are there, but invites you to do some under the carpet things. I hope you understood what I said. Especially hiring vehicles. I want you all to specifically mention in the assignment. This is how we are going to verify that part. What else? Company open its second factory. Little close by, but not that close by Colombo. 500 laborers compared to this 220, 140. Another plant and machinery, machinery and the vehicles. 300 administrative staff can go size somebody. Not small. Somewhere the middle. 300 can finance, HR, admin, sales and marketing and procurement. Legal division is there. Internal audit department is also there. Good. Very good. We met head of internal audit, so and so. I like you give names, Siripala, Kamal, or something like that. You met this who met real life report time. You got my point, right? You met this person. So the company is a PLC, maybe most of the shareholding power centered few people, family members. We have feel when taken. Risk. High or low? What you feel as auditor? It's a PLC, then you are expecting public at large as shareholders, but there is a disclaimer or the qualification is here. No, it's around family members. No, but majority. What's the feeling you're getting? Risk. High or low? High. Is this high? So I like to see all these in your report. Company preparing its financial statement for the period 1st April to 31st March. This is 1 year. Reputed audit firm. Method David Pallia Davis Sela. David Matamara. Conducts the financial statement audit annually. David and company has been reappointed as external auditors for the year this year as well. Making them the auditors conduct the financial statement audit for the 6th year consecutive. You are doing for the 6th time. Huh? Yeah. Why I am giving that? Consecutive 6th time you are doing. Why I want to give that? But I'm expecting from you giving that. There can be possible breach of code of ethics, independence, integrity. I will. There are audit firms doing audit of some companies for 30-40 years. Up here, I haven't done such audit. I went the person, order. Right? And I told that there is take it easy. Yeah, hold like that. It's a old negative. But I found, okay. Because yeah, right, they are publishing, it's a private limited company. So it's like we are very friendly with them. Like whatever they are saying, what we found, take it easy. Forget about that. Clean opinion. But this is PNC. 6-member board. Size of the board. Quite okay. 6 members. Quite okay. Okay, so again, board members na very well the rest card. When the members of the board sitting, number of members is more, your risk as auditor is low, or the other way around. When the members of the board sitting is like a few only, handful, your risk is low. Which way is correct? Which way is correct? There's a point when the number of members of the board, whether it's high or whether it's low, is good for you. Risk is minimized when the board members, number of board members is more. Why? One reason. Mr. X in one company looking after 2 things, finance and admin. He is the director who looks after the finance and admin both. Another company, there are 2 people, Mr. X and Mr. Y. Mr. X looks after finance, Mr. Y looks after admin. Chances of excuses eliminated. You got my point? Okay, right. 6 members, quite okay. Quite okay. 2 executive directors. 2 out of 6 also quite okay. Now you know what is executive and non-executive. Executive means like an employee. They work with always with the CEO and employees. Executive. Only 2. See, one thing is when the more members in the board is a best auditor. Risk is low. When the executive director sitting on the board, when the number is increase or decrease, your risk is become low. Executive directors. Executive directors, low. If the composition all are non-executive, good for you. If executive, be careful. Majority executive, be careful. Why? They want to hide the things from you. If any mistakes, things happen, you know why? They didn't know. Because they are executive, no. Non-executive, no. Whatever you go and tell, they will say, okay, Puta, very good. You found this, no? We will take action. Non-executive. But here also good, huh? Then 6 out of 6 executive, others are non-executive. Again, 2 are independent non-executive. Now hang on. 6 members, 2 executive, 4 non-executive. Out of 4, another 2 independent non-executive. Super. Board they can be independent non-executive directors. Your risk is lower than auditor risk become very low if the majority of the board independent non-executive directors. Okay. Whatever you go and tell, they will take as more than a welcome. Issues independent and non-executive. Very good. It's a chartered accountant who chair the audit committee. Very good. It's good day. I better than the risk cut lever. Risk value may better than last report. I want a beautiful one. That was January. Not only audit committee, they also have what? Risk committee. Very good. So very good. Why I have given these things? In your report, one by one, you have to take topics. Very good. You have to take one by one topics. For example, the first one, company has started manufacturing and selling baby toys in 2023. Subheading, starting manufacture and selling baby toys in 2023. Underline. I want separate discussion on that topic as auditors. What do you feel? I have reason to give this. Business expansion happened. No? Vertical and horizontal. That expansion. Vertical. The horizontal. This is centric. This expansion goes this direction or this direction. Baby toys. Now this is centric. Manufacturing footwear. Baby toys go in this line or like this. Like this. Okay. If it is like this, your risk is high. Right? This takes care. You need new machineries, existing if this existing machine can use. I want separate discussion on that topic. You know, the subject is there the real beauty comes out. This kind of a practical discussion when as auditor you do, this is what really this topic audit and assurance. Though many people say I hate, but personally for me, this is where you get all the beauties of this subject. You know, others can't see, but you can see things like this. This is your audit. Then number 2, exporting gents footwear. What about the risk? What about the risk? Exporting. Risk. Very high, very high, very high. Country like Sri Lanka, but country like Sri Lanka, when you want to export, there are a lot of restrictions. I would like to see, you have checked these approvals, import and export control approvals, POI approvals, if any case. I want you all to include in your report all these things. You have a 3 weeks, my dear friends. Okay, Saturday morning. 3 weeks. Another? Mati? Huh? Okay. This is high place. There are many approvals. One good thing that, when I was drafting this assignment, what I felt like, I have to tell you honestly, you are getting very good opportunity to search for these things. When company exporting, search Google. When company exporting footwear, what are the applicable rules, regulations, laws? What is the process? You are still very young people, so you all have this knowledge here. Please. ERP system establish karan. Why I want to give that? 2023, 2 years back. What is the biggest impact the ERP system can do? Auditor. ERP. Biggest impact. Two years back only. Why you want? I'll tell you one thing. Please take this matter very seriously out of the list. Whether the higher to go to the within a serious maker. Number 3, ERP. Why? Why? Yes. Yes. Probably this company, all the things they have done manually till 2023, the main name now, how do they care what? What make a trial and error period again. So you have to expect lot of mistakes. Probably those are in the financial state. And the other thing is, for sure, this accountant is preparing financials through ERP. If you don't have good knowledge, for sure, mistake can happen in style. I can tell you. Because I did Sri Lankan biggest Oracle ERP rollout as a finance track lead under Oracle University in India. So I know, could have done that, but I know the subject. For sure, mistakes for 2 years, 50 out of 100. 100 transactions, it was sure mistakes. So be careful. Be careful. Company is planning to establish a branch in Maldives 2 years from now. 1.5 years from now. You are going to start a branch. Very serious. Capital investment in Patangathama, I want all you guys to discuss everything in this particular. What you want to check. What minute all, I know that you have to check, but where are you going to have the investment, the money, everything. Probably the company wants to go for a share issuance. Huge cost. Investment. Company is planning to acquire its main raw material supplier in 2 years from now. Another investment. All these are good, but you as auditor, go through all these things. Don't see the balance sheet. What's the impact? Not now, next year, because your audit report should cover half of the next year. Going concern. Company is planning to merge with a competitor. Big one. Another big one. Any product merge, search karang, copy. Right now. One by one, sub-heading discussion. Heading and the discussion. You are not doing alone. 10 people are there. Match again, with them. Okay. Okay. Some of the extractions also given. Maybe we are earlier, but I told. Net asset value. Total current asset. Inventory. Status. Intangible. People, see, if you are smart in financial accounting balance sheet, that's a net asset given. Current assets total given. Inventory given, data given. Anything valuable. Good practice. Net asset given. Total current asset given. Inventory given. Data given. Balance. Other. And this. Intangible given for a specific reason. Generally, when you verify intangible assets compared to the tangible asset, risk is high or risk is low? Risk is high. Very good. One reason. Classic reason why. Why? Example for intangible? Huh? ERP system. Provided hardware component not supersede the software component. If hardware component supersede like servers, then probably it will be under tangible. If you can't take the call separately as a component depreciation in LK 16. Your answer is correct, provided you can't break and software supersede the hardware. In a nutshell, where the standard says so. But the goodwill is not an intangible asset. Goodwill is prohibited in reporting in a balance sheet. Goodwill balance sheet is input. That is definitely a mistake. Single entity. Group entity. Parent company. Acquisition goodwill can. Intergenerated goodwill prohibited. Okay. That is investment. Share investment. Why risk is high? Why the risk is high? You want to verify share investment done by this company. And you as a team member, is high. Why? The biggest activity, the biggest one, auditors are carrying out to verify the asset. You can't. The main activity, the audit procedure, auditors are carrying out to verify the asset. You can't perform it internally. What is that? Oh, you take a motor vehicle, lorry, it's a tangible. Number one audit procedure. Number one, you can't do it internally. Physical verification. Intangible can. Physical substance is not there. Physical substance is the intangible. How can you verify? You are missing the biggest audit procedure and the evidence that you were supposed to gather by carrying out that. That is why one classic reason intangible risk is high for it. Verifying intangible. ඒකට වෙන විදියක් හොයාගන්න. Physically verify. Immediate. Liquidity ratio 1:1. Liquidity ratio can somebody. Liquidity ratio.
key type එක තියෙනවා. මොකෙන්ද ඕඩර් ගන්න?
මේ mic පාගන්න ඉන්න. People online switch off mic. Liquidity. Itu orang kata apa ni masih? Jadi main online class saya kan, today only few people. हमारे वीडियो कर करना वांडा पे मांगो को डांस के उन्हें I can my screen but the others can see. What's the liquidity ratio? Current versus current liability. So 1:1. Quite okay, but please discuss that with your knowledge. Gearing ratio. Gearing ratio is what? One calculator. Gearing. Debt divided by equity. Total debt you divide by equity. Now 140 can obtain it all. Data debt. 140 means that. High geared situation. Generally risk is high first for the company, management, and to some extent to auditor, please. It's a high gear situation. Debtors collection period is 48 days. 48. How do you feel? We are manufacturing. It's a manufacturing. Footwear. So it's like a cycle. Every month you are manufacturing. Every month means month of cycle if you consider. 48 days. What again? 48 days. How many days per month? Fairly 30. 48. What's the indicator? As auditor, what's the point you must raise in your assignment? 48 days. Now you manufacture footwear, you buy raw materials, manufacture, sell, collect money. Collect 48 days. Next cycle is what over there? Probably bank overdraft. Bank overdraft. Stock residency. 26 days. Raw materials ginalla. Store 26 days. Keep. Too much, my God. That is too much. So you'll have to visit Walahandu and see whether these people knows the things. You know, they may be very, traditionally do things like, not properly ordering the things. Probably, please go and upload them. 26 days, probably, maybe there should be reasons. But that discuss in your phone. I did some discussion fairly on the surface, but you guys okay. If you have any issues, things you don't understand, areas, leader, group leader can discuss those, or else any member. That's okay. Discuss. And we'll close assignment discussion. If you want any further things, not from Frank, otherwise send me small WhatsApp this one. Anybody here? Anybody here having any issue with the group allocation and members? There are people like, then obvious 10 people are there. 5 out of 10 haven't seen for a last decade. Then of course you are in trouble. 1 or 2, that's okay. If anybody having issues with the group allocation also, let me know. We'll reconsider shifting, shuffling. Next week, I'll give you a paper small. Why did not? There's another assessment. Assessment after assessment. MCQ, very easy. Paper, small paper, 20 marks. Make it a already done. If you want, I can WhatsApp. Because most of the classes that I do take, postgraduate MBAs, I discuss the paper before the exam. There's no point asking people like, come and do this paper. Only if you take 50 out of 100, your knowledge is very good than the other fellow. But 10, 20 having very good knowledge. The assessment, not up to the level, no speed. Okay, anyway, so next week I will do that. I will screen. My worry is with the online people because, well, you can see, I know, but they have some level of support because I can't see them. I can see on. And I screen the paper. You mean the entire next week session? Then you mean with the restricted time given or?
Yes, please.
That I will check them. Okay, no? So 20 marks next week. So here 30, that one 20, balance 50, final examination paper. That is currently I'm drafting, but sort of like MCQ will be there, basic level questions. Some complexities like audit opinion. Today we are starting audit opinion discussion. Anybody wants before wrap up? Any discussion wants to have? So far, now you realize the gravity of the assignment. That's what I want. Aluga, make a very easy. No, easy, but I don't know. But I want like that level of report. There are many ways assignment can be. Many ways. Yeah, math people to end voucher attach 30 out of 30. Voucher that he will start his vouchers. Middle page at the payroll. There are many ways. I do practice. I will collect all the assignment. Keep the assignment like this. And kick out the assignment. There are many ways that we can practice. Okay, so we will conclude assignment discussion and then we'll go ahead with people who have made questions on the assignment so far. As of now. If you have anything, please ask. But you have 3 weeks. Make sure that you will submit a real management report. Now we'll have a small this one before we start. What do you make of that? negatively correlates to the next
How we should have reactive?
This topic we already discussed. Can't remember now. After the weeks. At this audit program, the ideas I have had. In program, where the list of audit procedures. Probably today or next week onwards, we are discussing how to verify certain items. Then until team, because we are discussing audit topic. We don't have any lunch break. See like that. After 11:30, straight away you go to the other side of the. Then start at 12. Then finish at. Then the other one start. No lunch break. No. But you'll have to walk also. The other side of the. But maybe 5 minutes enough. Lunch. 5 minutes enough. Lunch. But. On young people, don't worry. Heavy lunch and all. Of course, if you eat like, maybe like the bun or something, half a minute. Some people like lunch packet. Half a this cement, 25 kilo cement like. Exactly. That's why it takes time. Not 30 minutes. Now I think they are taking my this break. Lunch, no? Yes. And I'm giving break, they are going for lunch. Lunch, not lunch. Online class that day. How effective is that? No, I'm asking. Okay, no? I mean, okay, I did online. That is okay, no? Not okay. Right? Laughing. Not okay. But you all can very well hear and all those fine, no? That's the same. You all have not, everybody has. Shall we start? Still others come in. Only thing I want write with you something today, but they will miss that. So that this topic, financial statement assertion, I did online, I can remember that. We will start today with some of the audit procedures thing. I know that you guys know, but let's see whether it's come with this audit evidence topic. I think this part I can remember I did online class that I wasn't online. Only thing many auditors misread the concept. Always chase after quantitative audit evidence. Personally, what I feel like, even though we are maybe accountants, we are very much, towards the numbers. That's why this famous saying, accountants never read novels. I think you heard that. Accountants never read novels. Novels. It's a book. Why then? When the accountant took the book, turn to the last page and count how many pages and decide later to read. It will never come. That's why it says accountants never read novels. Our right brain, accountants' right brain always supersedes left brain. Natural. Psychological. We always numbers drawn. That's okay. We are accountants. Auditor same. So believe quantitative audit evidence. This many audit evidence are in my basket. No. Always what I believe and what's the truth. Qualitative supersede quantitative. You know the reason? If there is a number, there is always a story. All at least qualitative part. You don't want point. Revenue, P&L account. It has a story. At least what goods, what services. Qualitative. So always don't chase after quantitative one. At least you as auditor, when you are practicing what chase negative, go as much as for qualitative as well. Now the topic I want to take you all here today is financial statement assertions. That day I discussed. And somebody remember but I told financial statement assertions here. I remember. Financial statement assertions means assumptions made by accountant when preparing the financial statement. Assumptions. Assumptions. Now today we are going to discuss maybe one or two line items balance sheet. Then you realize what are these financial statement assertions and how to verify you as auditor. The assignment is here. There is assignment. Shall we have a small topic audit evidence in your notebook? I think you all have everybody. Yeah? Audit evidence and under maybe that subtopic financial statement assertions. Financial statement assertions. Okay, we'll write down. Financial statement assertions are Online, sorry, people can hear me well. Yeah, you want to write down a small a note because we are going to do some audit procedures on balance sheet items, let's say 1 or 2 P&L items today now, this time onwards, practical auditing. So please take down what I dictate. Okay. Financial statement assertions are the assumptions made by top management of the client organization including the accountant who prepares the financial statements. Okay, who prepares the financial statement. Next line. Example. When land and building worth of LKR, capital LKR, Lankan rupees, LKR, 140 million, 140 million. Come on, continue. The accountant assumes the below. Assumes the below. Now, one by one, maybe you put a small asterisk or something, one by one, write down what I'm saying. First point. This land and building, was existed as at midnight 12 of the balance sheet date. Okay. That next one. This land and buildings. Elongated. Next point. This land and buildings legally owned by the company, by the company. Legally owned, owned can I think owned OWNED, owned by the company. Next point. This land and building value of LKR 140 million accurately done in line with accounting principles and standards. In line with accounting principles and standards. Next point. This land and building value of LKR 140 million is 100% complete value is 100% complete value. එනක ITI මොලව්. අන්න ඒ හරවද? It is 100% complete. පොඩි small පාට page වගේ පොඩි ඉඳ තියාගන්න. පොඩි small note එකක් ලියන්න. පාට page තියාගන්න. You all don't have a book for Lanka sheet of paper. They want your bag carries. What page now? Yeah. 100% complete. I see. Next point. Next point. This land and buildings. This land and buildings properly accounted for. Properly accounted for. Therefore, accounted for in the relevant ledger accounts. In the relevant ledger accounts. Next point. This land and buildings summarized in the balance sheet and provided comprehensive description as notes to the financial statements. Notes. NOTES. As notes to the financial statements. Financial statement. Okay. Right. Initially we said accountant assumes these things. No, that's what. Next slide. Over there. Thank you. Next slide. It is the responsibility of. Next slide. It is the responsibility of independent external auditor to verify with the suitable audit procedures this land and buildings and confirm whether and confirm whether above list of accountants, apostrophe is that accountants, the above list of accountants assumptions are acceptable or not acceptable. Okay. Now you all can understand the flow. Accountant first assumes this. Those are financial statement assertions. Now the auditor comes, verify. We haven't yet discussed how to verify. You have to verify and then confirm whether those assumptions are acceptable or not acceptable. If acceptable, opinion is clean. If not acceptable, any other plan and begins. One by one line item we have to take it. Okay. Next slide. Below are the audit procedures accountant should carry out value in account. When I read this, dictate this, no one has, these are some of the techniques I use whether people are writing. When you are writing, please, you have this arena of path to go, MBA, PhDs and all. When you are writing something, use your long hand, but you write from here. Cut down accountant, rewrite auditor. Accountant, audit procedure. Below are the audit procedures to be carried out by the auditor. Okay, so that's what the sentence. Now let's take one by one audit procedures. Before that, you write down the first assumption. What is the first assumption? Land and buildings was existed. Put a heading. Land and buildings was existed. It's an assumption, please. Still, it is an assumption. Huh? We don't know whether it's yes or not. Sometimes accountants right. His assumption is correct. Sometimes maybe he's wrong. It's your duty now. In a sense, shareholders are waiting. If you say accountant's assumption is correct, they will accept. If you say accountant's assumption is not correct, they will accept. But you have to now this audience, I know having a lot of auditors in audit firms. By this time, definitely all would have done this verification land and building. Before that, why say my dad to see I'm not paid. Otherwise, I usually stand and deliver. Why land and building together always? Other assets are like, separate. Why always land and buildings together? Because buildings cannot exist without land. Okay. Except the balloon house that you have in Europe and US. Big balloon house they have developed. Not in Sri Lanka yet. Okay. How do you verify land and building? Now I want answers. Land for separate, building for separate. Land is separate asset. Building is separate asset. Though concatenated. Amalgamated. How do you verify land is existed? Land was existed at the balance sheet date. Huh? You are the auditor. Now, accountant assumes land was existed. What do you do? Huh? Loudly. Visiting. Visiting and doing what? After visiting, what you are doing? Okay. You are right. Very good. What else you do? What else you do? What you are doing actually as auditor? Whether the land was existent. No. Checking deed is wrong. Otherwise you cannot learn. Checking deed is wrong for the existence. Very easy. There is a land the other side. How do you verify? You go and see physical verification. Physical verification. Go and touch. You have to touch. That's the meaning of physical verification. That's why I said. Now, 140 million. Half an acre. Half acre, how many purchases? How many purchases? Half acre. 50? 80? 80 no? 80 purchase. 160 purchase equal 1 acre. So the half is 80 purchase. Now your first duty as auditor, whether this land is available. Go and touch. Number 2, whether this land carries 80 purchase. Once you confirm the accountant's assumption is correct with the 40 purchase, ituru 40 ඉවර ගන්නවා. Okay. Now you want to confirm whether it is 80 purchase. How do you do that? One no, your measure with the support of valuer, surveyors. You have to accompany a surveyor. That surveyor should be hired by you or a company. Should be hired by the auditor or a company. If hired by the company, you have an element of doubt. But if you hire, that will not be there. So better if you hire, but ask company to pay them. Get the report from a survey. 80 points. Don't, without having support of a surveyor, try to measure big lands. Auditors are doing this mistake. Don't do that. There are no things called Auditor can't do this. You have to be exactly correct what you are saying as auditors. Otherwise, maybe in front of a court or somewhere, What if the other party is asking? You have to maintain your this one, right? Professionalism. Physical verification with the support of a surveyor, provided two things. Your decision to accompany a surveyor decided by two factors. Can somebody tell? People are here, a lot of people in audit firms, I know. Can't be that you haven't done any balance sheet audit, land and buildings. Why now? Whether you take surveyor or not, two factors. Otherwise, client will ask, do you really want a surveyor? Because I have to pay 150,000. Then you must say yes. Two factors. What are the two factors? One already discussed. If the size of the land is bigger, then you must carry. Because it is 10 purchase and all, we can see, no? We all know about 10 purchase. See now that can goals. 10 purchase. 100 purchase. If the size of the land is bigger, advisable to accompany a surveyor. And the factor number 2. Even the size is not that bigger. Factor number 2 is very important. What is that? There are two companies, A and B. Forget about this discussion. A and B. Both companies having 50 purchase lands. Now we are supposed to verify. Company A is a plantation. Company B is a bank. In which audit, is it A or B audit? You decided to take a surveyor to measure the land, not because of the size. The 50 purchase or 40 purchase, whatever size is that already discussed. Same size, two companies. One is a plantation, another one is a bank. A is a plantation, B is a bank. Plantation, why? Not value. Forget about getting on land. No. Plantation answer is correct. Why? Huh? Exactly correct. Without having a land, they don't have business. So the revenue has direct link. Revenue and all the other things have a direct link with the land. Method as auditor. Rest of all the line items for that. That's the point. Okay, the first one we'll write down. Before actually physically verify, there are 3 things auditors are supposed to do. One thing is opening balance. The other thing is get the list. And the other thing is sample. That also we write down and we'll go to the verification. Otherwise, my note is not complete. Somebody wants to see. First one. Number 1. You all already have this heading, no? Land and building was existed. Strike off that. And number 1. Number 1. Check the accuracy of. Online only. Check the accuracy of opening balance of L&B and buildings of L&B with the audited financial statement of last year with the relevant ledger accounts. With the relevant ledger accounts. Now actually lot of audit firms doing these things, I know, via IT system. But especially my time, during that time, we first take the balance sheet, okay, from the client accountant, and we have this very nice symbol. And that is my code, right? Only the online people can see. It's like you can use. It's a green color. Mostly we use. We put like this. Every line item of the balance sheet, green color pen we use and put this mark. What is this? It's a B. Balance carried forward is correct. Opening balance is correct. That's where we are starting. Starting point. I do now during our time. That's what we have written. If the opening balance is not correct, please stop. There's no point doing it because this amount is incorrect. 140 million. Ask accountant to correct the opening balance first. With some entries and all. You want to check the opening balance? This year ledger account opening balance is the last year audited financial statement and relevant ledger account. Very easy. Not difficult. Number 2. Obtain comprehensive details of L&B, including the values, comma, size, comma, locations, etc. It is very important. Some auditors simply they take the list from the client. There are no details. Value is must. Cost, especially. Location is must, especially lands. Location is must. And the size, extent. How many purchase, acres. When you receive the list, check whether there are lands in Jaffna. There are lands in Malahandu. Why? Why? Most of the clients knows Colombo auditors hesitate to visit to verify Jaffna lands. Ain't that the land එකක් නෑ. 6 years audit experience වලින් කතා කරනවා. Included and bogus, fabricated. Be careful. First, select the Jaffna land to visit. Train by bus. What's the big matter? No. Within Sri Lanka. Abroad. Right? You are auditor. Okay. Number 3. Establish a suitable sample. Establish a suitable sample using the information provided in above දෙවෙනි එක information ගත්තා in above. See, what do you think? Land and building, do you think we want to establish a sample and do 100% we do? 100% you do, because I mean it's not like a sales transaction, no. We made very handful lands, buildings, maybe one only, maybe I'm just saying, or maybe 10 to do it 100%. Always, if you can do 100%, your risk is low. Your risk is low. You always follow this mantra. As auditor, your risk should always be close to zero, close to zero, close to zero. Now you take that topic again. Bring that topic, please. Land and building was existed. Subtopic. You guys only thing may I don't know. I know that majority at least love music, right? Songs, classic, western, eastern, classic. One day when I was driving, I actually by mistake and me single song. I'm call kara, oya gatte ne, I'm call kara. Seriously, I'm saying. I like this part of the time. Listen, any other words come? No. Call kara. That's all. But nice music and all. In between, very nice music and all this. And melody also very nice. Not the way that I just hate it. But that's all. No, I have a small story. All are good in Sinhala. I understand. Sure. මේ සින්දු ලිපි කියන තමයි මේ කතාව කිව්වේ. කිව්වේ ඒක තියෙනවා YouTube වල බලන්න. අපේ සිංහල වෙටරන් සිංහ කෙනෙක් කියන ජුල් කෙනෙක් යාගේ සින්දුවක්. ඒ දිහේ මිනින් දෝරුවේ කියන්නේ. සින්දුව යන්නේ මිනින් දෝරුවේ තමයි පාත කෙනෙක් හරි අමු සින්දුවක් කියන මම ආසයි කරනවා. නේද? ඊ වෙන්නේ නැහැ මල්ගස් ඒවලි. ඒක වෙන්නේ මේවා. මෙයා සින්දු ලියන එක කියලා ඈත ගමකට අනුරාධපුරේ. You can understand what I'm saying, Single. Very good. So, मैं एक किधर गया क्लास में मोटी लो अभी लස්සන කතාව क्लास में मोटी लो मैं अरे किधर फिर भी मनसे कर देना यार ये लස්සන दे आगे बच्चा लස්සන है किट्टू ने मेरी की दे अरे मनसे के ना इस तरह लेना क्लास එකෙන් මොනකොට වතුර අඩු වෙන්න අර මූණ පේනවලු දැන් ඉස්සරහින් Ya බලන්න හරි ලස්සනයි. අපිට කවදාවත් දෙන්නේ නැහැ නේද? හරිද? කුඩු ගාන කරලා ඒක. But this fellow can see his face. වතුර එක දුන්නේ කියලා face එක පේනවලු අර. වතුර අඩු වෙනකොට දැන්. එහෙම තියන් හිටියලු මෙයා. එයා දෙන ගමන් යනවා. දුකින්නේ ඉන්නේ. පුළුවන් නම් හිතනවා නම් මට ලෝක කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. කොහොමද හරියටම කිව්වේ කියලා. නෑ නෑ. ඉතින් හිතන්න එපා. I can see. join up ඊටව. Yes. කැමති නම් say පොඩ්ඩක් එහාට එක්කන් කියලා. මේ හදපු මේක පොඩියක්. මේක හදලා පස් වලින් මහලා. වටේට ඉනිපන්ද පත්තු කරලා. එතකොට මේ හැමදාම දෙයක් කරනවා. එයා මෙයා කියලා දුකයි තමයි එම තමයි මේ සුදු බණ්ඩි කියන්නේ එයාගේ වයිෆ්. සුදු බණ්ඩි ඉවරලා දැන්. මදාම දෙයක් කරන එයා මෙයා කියන දුකයි තමයි ආදරෙන් හිටියම දුකේම. ඒක නෙමෙයි actual problem. දැන් මෙයා කියනවා අර අපරොසෙන් කියනවා that's not the real reason. මම මෙච්චර දුකෙන් ඉන්නේ. එහෙනම් මේකේ ඉඳව පුතාලට ලිව්වලු. පුතු දෙන්නේ. මිනින්දෝරු හෙට එනවලු. මනින්න. හරියටම ආයෙ මෙයාදී මේ කොටින්. That is his problem. ඒකට සින්දුවක් ලියලා තියෙනවා. Beautiful song. මම දන්නේ එහෙම සින්දු ලියන්න පුළුවන් දෙයක් මිනිස්සුන්ට කන්නි කරම අර ස්ටෝරි එක අරගෙන සින්දු ලියන්න. පටන් ගන්න මිනින්දෝරු. ඒක මම අහන්න ආසෙත් නේ ඒක යාමතු සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ එහෙම ලියවෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ සින්දුවක්. හරියටම අරගෙන මැදින් යනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ හෙට ඉඳලා පාපත්තු කරන්න වෙන්නේ. ඈ ඒක තමයි. I love people like those when එදිනෙදා getting accountants auditors ලාට වඩා I love people like that. They have a lot of things අපිට වඩා ගොඩක් දේවල් මිනිස්සුන් තියෙනවා. That's the reason anyway. But ඒක වඩා කරන්නේ because survey I think we discussed. By the way, YouTube දාලා සින්දු අහන්න. මිනින්දෝරු කන්තෝරු වෙමුලා දෑනි ටික සුදු බණ්ඩි මගේ නිදා ඉන්න ඉඩම මනිනවද ඇරියෙනි යන්න හොඳයි දම්බැල් අරගෙන දම්බැල් කියන මයින් එක තරවසරක් very beautiful song. Okay, anyway, some topic land and building was existed. How do you do physical verification? No? First one, after that, first get 1, 2, 3, number 4 now. Already we have written 3 now. Conduct a physical verification on the selected land and buildings L&B and confirm the physical existence with the correct extent and size. One of the Sri Lankan out of the big four audit firm, make vishwas karanna naha kiwwana. There is a very famous legal case in Sri Lanka. Mr. Amarasekara versus this audit firm name. Amarasekara company name. Person name. Google it. You know the issue. Hilton Colombo was owned by Sri Lankan businessman earlier. Okay. This person was this one to do a physical verification as part of the audit. By this audit. Auditors did the verification. That's the thing I done. Can you be? You get what my point? Auditors verify the balance sheet and all these carries. Ek flow එක කඩුවෙන් තියෙන එක තමයි ඔටස්ලා correct කියලා දෙන්නේ. ගිහිල්ලා verify කරලා කට්ටුවක් කඩුවෙන් one flow this size. That's the legal case. And he won the case. This is ain't that when you are doing the verification, physical verification, do it correctly. Not that go there, finish, let's go back. No, you have to do it correctly. Make sure that you are confirming this land, this building existed. With the extent, with the size, if the building, number of floors, everything. Other than physical verification, are there any procedures that you can say land was existed, building was existed? Other than physically verifying that you already done, good. Any other procedures? My wonder people here in audit firm, haven't you all done land and building verification before? Better moving to external as well. Other than physical verification. Same as me. Still when I write something, I very carefully write. Nobody can read. But I can. Other than physical verification, what you can do and say land was existed, building was existed. What else? There are. You are not it. Haven't done before land. Any other? Land. Physical verification. Okay, good that you are doing. In addition to that, what you can, not the deed, valuation. If any revaluation done, your answer is correct. It's up to the management. And even LK 16 never said every year you have to do revaluation. If done, good. Point is correct. Acceptable. Even in that revaluation, that way you can say another evidence to say was existed. Good, but provide that revaluation now. Your house, every quarter, every year you have to pay what? You have to pay rates to the municipal council. If the land is also Colombo area especially. If you have a land, their land even you have to pay. Buildings anyway you have to pay. Because your house also you have to pay. Why you are paying rates? Because there was a land. Because there was a building. So it's provide you another evidence. Land and building was existed. Otherwise they not paying. You have to get the original receipts that received from the municipal council. Check the rates. Check the rates. Paid to the divisional secretary office. With the original receipt. With the original receipt. To indirectly confirm To indirectly confirm the existence of L&B. The existence of L&B. Check the rates paid to the divisional secretary office with the receipts, original. To indirectly confirm, don't say directly. Huh? There is another way. There is another way that you can confirm the existence. Think. If you have a land, if you have a building, you have to do this. Even your house, you are doing this. At least before our. Huh? Or maybe before Christmas. What do you do? At least you do color wash. Apply paint again, things like that. We call the maintenance. Land and building maintenance in P&L expenditure indirectly provide evidence to auditor because of the land and building was existed, they had to maintain. Write down that concept. Verifying L&B maintenance expenses in the recent past provided indirect evidence to confirm existence of L&B. Existence of L&B. What else for L&B? Existence. Now, what else you have? Land was existent. Building was existent. You have already done. You have an L&B done. Verification. Balance sheet items done. What you are doing? You are doing this. What else? Existence. There is one more. One more. What is that? One more. Depreciation. Ayo. Write down. Depreciation of L&B. Depreciation of L&B in P&L. In P&L. P&L provided indirect evidence. Provided indirect evidence on existence of L&B. Are we depreciating land? No, but it goes mostly together. Why we are not depreciating land? Huh? Why we are not depreciating land? Well, we are not in there. Huh? Why we don't depreciate land? That statement usually correct, but if you can remember, 2008 land prices dropped, including Sri Lanka. Can you remember? In America, what has happened? Real lands and properties kept mortgage in banks, and people took a lot of loans. Almost economic crisis was started. Can you remember 2008? Sri Lankan land prices also dropped. Why we don't depreciate land? Why? If you want to depreciate a tangible asset, LK 16, what are the conditions? If you want to depreciate asset, LK 16, it should be tangible asset number 1. Number 2, wear and tear. Wear and tear. In single, wear and tear. With the use, ability, capability of generating economic benefit should be deteriorated. Otherwise, you can't depreciate it. Land is never subject to wear and tear. Land is never subject to wear and tear. That's the reason. Think about a land people are cultivating 100, 200, 500 years before. Still cultivating. Same harvest. Better than last year harvest. Wear and tear. Give it on. Start taking. Harvest. That is not because of the bare land and the soil. That because of your other things like not applying fertilizer, maybe or some of these things, maybe continuous raining, those things. Sri Lanka, I haven't seen any so far land depreciation. There was a one time when the tsunami happened, some of the coastal area hotels, they were trying to apply depreciation, but China Institute was against that, opposed and said no. It's a exceptional one-off event, and that cannot be treated as a reason to depreciate. It's not usual wear and tear expected by the LK 16. It's a one-off thing. Came, took some this one and taken back to the sea. You can't say that's a depreciation. What's your point? What's your point? Coastal area hotels, they are trying to apply this as depreciation, normal part. That is also not allowed. It is not come under LK 16 that if you read that paragraph, it says it's a natural, it is also natural. But it's not what we are expecting. But things others like, maybe your laptop, very first day, the way you use, after 2 years, so that's the way I am. Okay. I think maybe attendance, where you take. Yeah.